What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Simple Decisions to Row. Hope everybody has had a fantastical week. I'm going to just chill out for a minute and wait for some folks to get in here. We'll see how this turns out. But yeah, we getting ready to talk about Snoop Dogg and him buying Death Row. Um, and we'll get more into that momentarily. Hello, how are you, Jamie? Hope you had a great week. I'm gonna give it a minute and see if anybody else joins us. Give it about 3, 4 minutes. We ain't gonna wait long. Okay. Let me look at my notes. Hey Alexis. Hey John. How y'all doing? We getting ready to discuss Snoop Dogg purchasing Death Row Records. Um, Anything I say moving forward here is allegedly. I don't know any of these people. This is just downloads, if you will, that I received when I heard this news. And this is no way any judgment towards Snoop Dogg or his decisions or anything like that. This is just my perception on what some things that I'm noticing pretty much. Okay. So when I first heard this, y'all, I instantly thought about Anubis. That is a Egyptian god for those of you that do not know, and he is the god of death. And I thought that that was like, whoa, Death Records, the god of death, Snoop Dogg. This is a dog headed deity. Anubis, he is, if you guys ever heard the story, when you pass, you meet up with Anubis pretty much, and he weighs your heart against a feather. And if your heart is heavier than a feather, then you will get swallowed up by this other deity. I can't remember the name. I'll do more research. But if your heart is lighter than a feather, then you'll move on, right? And continue your afterlife or whatnot, whatever that consists of. Um, let's see. All right. So this led me to do a little bit more research on Anubis. I'm familiar with Anubis, but something led me to just, click on this video, and some of the things they said were very interesting. Um, so Anubis, again, he weighs your heart against the feather. And for me, that means you letting go of your regrets, not feeling bad for any quote unquote mistakes or regret and guilt. Okay, it's releasing guilt, regardless of what you did. Um, and also, they mentioned that Anubis was quote unquote unbiased and impartial. That sounds so much like Snoop to me, y'all. Very unbiased and impartial. If you think back to the beef between Pac and Biggie, he pretty much played the middle ground, right? He didn't really too much pick a side or anything like that. He tried to stay neutral. And so Anubis, he tries to have more compassionate and kind of tilt the scales in the favor of the dead, allegedly to, have compassion for them and in hopes that they will be able to move um, into the afterlife or whatnot. Now, let me see 1 second. So if y'all look on the screen, we have pictures of Anubis, dog-headed god, and then you see his attire. He has his kilt, for lack of better words, and he has his staff. And there at the bottom is Snoop, with very similar attire on. So I just very much believe that he embodies this archetype and this energy. And I just thought it was very like, whoa, Death Row Records, really? Yeah, Snoop Dogg, again, he's just very much there. He's very much been prominent consistently. And just, he transcends time, he's timeless. Multiple generations can really vibe with Snoop, and he's timeless. He's just always there, looming. But they also spoke of Anubis being very much tied to Osiris, and that's an Egyptian god as well, likened to Jesus or whatnot. But he is the one that mummified and embalmed Osiris and like pretty much resurrected him. He assisted with that in some of the stories. It's a lot of different variations of stories and whatnot. But these are the ones I was led to. Now, I also felt like as I was channeling this energy, I was, or this message, I'm getting 2 to 3 main other people that will be very much involved in this. So I don't know if they'll be partners or like main, what do you want to call it? Like main artist, or I also feel like maybe one of his children will be involved heavily in, this capacity of being an owner, music and everything with Death Row Records. And then also, I'm getting heavy, like a lot of energy with a clothing line. So we should see a clothing line and some other stuff dealing with this. I don't know why this clothing line stood out so much for me. So I feel like we're going to touch on that as well. So I'm going to pull some cards and see what comes up around this energy. And oh yeah, I'm also getting this energy of them like recreating, and I got this in many messages, so this may tie in some capacity, like recreating the 80s, 90s, and also Rome and Egypt. So I don't know if the clothing line would resemble that in some capacity, but we'll take a look at that as well. One second, y'all. Okay, so yeah, I wanted to look at that and the clothing line because that stood out to me very much so. Because even in this video, when I was doing a little bit more research on Anubis, it spoke of Anubis having some connection or something very important with the clothing they mentioned. So mummifying and also like taking time and detail about the clothing um, for the dead. So we're gonna go ahead and just start shuffling and get and see what comes in with this energy. But yeah, so again, I just thought that was like, wow, there's something I have to look into. Again, Anubis, the god of death, and then him owning Death Row Records. I'm also getting this energy of like some type of resurrection. Again, it could just be this 80s, 90s energy I'm feeling, and or Rome and Egypt. Um, hmm. Okay, so let's go ahead and shuffle and see. All right, what do we know? What do we need to know concerning? Sorry, y'all, my dog is whining. His person left. Okay, so what do we need to know regarding Snoop Dogg, Calvin Brodus, and his purchase of Death Row Records, his ownership of Death Row Records? I don't know why my attention all day has been pulled to 9/11, the time, or numbers 9/11. Okay, so what do we need to know in regards to Snoop Dogg and his purchase of Death Row Records? Okay, so I feel like this is definitely a level up. We have the Ace of Pentacles here, and I also feel like this is a shedding of old skin and kind of like a rebirth again. Also gatekeeping, leveling up, and like shedding old skin, leaving behind old skin. Also getting like Hermes energy, like tricky type of energy. Let's see, because it's Five of Swords is giving me very slick, tricky energy. Anything else? So this is something he has. Maybe he completed a contract finally, and now he can level up. Because again, I'm seeing seeds being planted here. and also planting new seeds. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm getting gatekeeping like how do I say again, I'm just getting very much level up for successfully being a gatekeeper. And again, this is uh, man, it just takes me back to Pac and Biggie. It makes me feel like I wouldn't necessarily call Snoop the middleman in that situation at all, but very much mutual. Um, or even on between both sides. I could be off. I'm not a hip hop history buff or anything like that, so some of this I could be off. But I feel like yeah, Snoop was able to go both places and was woke on both places, so he's very much mutual in between. But I just feel like his hard work has like finally paid off in some aspect or capacity here. Let's see. Let's shuffle. What were some of you guys' initial thoughts when you guys heard this? That Snoop, purchased Death Row Records. Did you guys have similar thoughts as I did, or if you just tuning in as the title suggests, or was it just, oh, okay. I'm just curious to know what you guys thought. Okay, so let's clarify. And do you guys notice how often that so I feel like it's multiple. I know I'm saying dualities, but I feel like it's many different personalities here. It's a lot of different personalities and aspects and archetypes present for him. You got the Snoop Lion character. Again, I feel like that is Yahoo. What is the lion? I almost said a term that somebody else used because I keep seeing the lion in the half man, half lion energy. He had the Snoop lion, but I also said that Anubis can also be connected to like leopard. But also, again, what I was going to say, I know I'm all over the place. I'm just so much information coming in at one time. Um, oh yeah, so y'all notice how he plays all these different roles of pastors and pimps and stuff. You just like listening to readings. I appreciate you coming through though. Yeah. So, but y'all notice that Snoop always playing um, pastors lately, and also that connection for me, I feel like that's one and the same. Taking care of the dead and interacting in that capacity for funerals and things like that. And also, I feel like pimps are a form of a pastor. They have their own ministry, and I think that's pretty obvious. I don't feel like they need any more expounding on, but I just feel like there's definitely a connection with that as well. Yeah, gatekeeper of the dead. So we got the Two of Swords, and here's the Four of Swords. Page of Swords here as well. So it's some type of communication here, some type of bartering. Um, hmm, let's see. Ah, oh, Alexis. Yeah, I forgot about that. Hmm, let's see. Yes, giving me very much. So he, in some capacity, allegedly, maybe he had to, be underhanded or slick or play the role or keep his mouth closed. Like even if he wasn't involved, hands on, but in the know. I don't know. It's just so very interesting. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, under the Ace of Pentacles came Justice. And again, those scales there for Anubis. Again, that level up with the Ace of Pentacles. So again, rebirth with the Ten of Wands. So I feel like this is in rebirth, 80s, 90s, um, Egypt, Rome. I don't know if this clothing line is going to be Rome-esque, like flair or something, but even with the kilts, I don't know if you're gonna maybe have that too, but I feel like it's gonna be like different. So even if it's not that, I feel like it's gonna be kind of different, in like a Kanye way, but in his own way. You know what I mean? Just like different. Like nobody would have did this unless you set it out there. Let's see. Even on the even on the cards, even though the only thing I have to look at is what they have on, it's just like the the traditional tarot cards, like the way their clothes look, it gives me very much Rome type of energy. Um, and I know that's all they got on this deck, but I feel like it's something similar to that in some type of way, or just very all for old school, like bringing something back that you know hasn't been in style for a while. And I feel like he's bringing somebody else up with him. Like I said, I feel like it'll be two to three other people that play a key role and major part in Death Row Records rebirth. And again, I feel like it may be one is a younger person. I feel like it may be one of his children or sons or something, maybe doing some music too or something. But and also again, these clothes, a clothing line attached to it. I feel like, let's see. Yeah, I just feel like this. I don't know what other. I feel like he recently maybe gatekeeping. Um, like who around him has like he was allegedly close to passed away recently. Like I feel like he had a good like somebody with a very um let's say positive for lack of better word archetype. Maybe he assists in taking this person down energetically. Again, hashtag god of death, like allegedly. Um I don't know, I just keep feeling like the middleman, like he was mentoring a lot of people, like people that looked up to him. I feel like he conducted some of that allegedly for gatekeeping, however that freaking works or resonates in that capacity. I don't know. I'm not a part of that space, so I'm trying to get as much clarity as I can on this. But hopefully, some of this will make more sense at some point. I don't know if he's still married or not, but yeah, I keep seeing all this energy with that. So, but the Five of Wands actually came in reverse. But we also have like discontent and boredom here. So I don't know if this is another female or his wife, but the marriage card is here. I feel like this is marriage. Um, I don't know why they're talking about this. Maybe it's a female involved here as well in this capacity. Hmm. If you guys have any questions you want me to ask pertaining to this, just type it in the chat and I'll try to get more information. I just got so much coming on that sometimes I forget like important things to ask. Mm. So I feel like with family lineage type of energy, like it don't have to be his son, but I feel like a namesake, like level up namesake. Like you take my place, and I'm gonna take somebody else higher place, like that. Like, and that don't necessarily may not have to do with anybody else's downfall or anything like that, but just setting the archetype in a position to manipulate the energy by re what's the word I want to use, by just taking on that energy, by being that archetype, by branding yourself after it, or just taking the energy behind that to create success, and moving in that type of energy, doing what that archetype did. You know what I mean? If that makes sense to y'all. But let's see what else we get here. Yeah, transformation is here. Heartache and loss and transformation. What else? Emotional loss. All this is grief, mourning, and which has to do with death. Positive movement forward came in a reverse here. And it's funny how these cards feel. It's like a ladder. They all like, it looks like a ladder. They're not, but it's like a staircase. So again, elevation. And again, like I said, like stepping up. Um, my son take my spot and I take that spot. And also evolving is the word I was looking for. Evolving in the archetype. So just like Anubis is there, then you also have, um, is it Hermanubis, which is a which is two. It's Hermes and Anubis together. Let's see. Hmm. I feel like if I feel like he'll continue his work in this archetype, and possibly a lot of young men that go to the label will, he will help guide them to the afterlife, allegedly. Um, let's see. Again, here we go with the scales, this truth card, and the oracle deck. Another scale. I feel like he's, and this intuition and awareness and all this psychic energy keeps coming up here. So he may very well be very in tune and psychic, or works closely with the psychic. I feel like y'all, I don't know, y'all, this is allegedly, either Snoop Dogg has two energies in him, like two separate deities, or he is like a duplicate and the real is trapped. I don't know, allegedly. Allegedly, that's what I'm seeing here. Um, and again, here we go with new beginnings. So, of course, that also speaks to, rebirthing and, rebranding Death Row Records. But yeah, we have a lot of money to be made here, because it's big money. Death is big business. Funerals, all that goes into it. There's so many different aspects, material and spiritual prosperity. So again, this is definitely a level up, because and that does remind me. I'm just thinking about this. I heard a reader a while ago. This was a while ago. I can't remember which one it was. It's between two of them, either AKT or it was um, A Walk with the Ancestors. Or it could have been both of them. But I remember somebody saying that cover. Remember they made a mistake and said and put his death year on there, like he died a long time ago. It was like a whole incident that happened, and it was a alleged quote unquote misprint or something for his album, and there was a death date on there. So I don't know. It was like doing that trial thing, right? And then earlier I was watching this thing with this I don't know the man's name, but he looks like a 3-year old, but he's a grown ass man in 3-year old body. And that instantly made me think about swapping sleeves, swapping bodies, like a body snatcher, like it's a grown soul in a little boy's body. And I don't feel like that just, oh, that person was born like that, allegedly. I feel like that was, a test, a practice run of being able to swap souls in different bodies. That's what's also coming up here. Let's see. hmm Movement choices and decisions, deceptions. I feel like he was like a background person allegedly that like put little stuff in people's ear and like was maybe the driving force behind some people's decisions. Um, so I feel like again he's very tricky in some aspect and also influencing other people's decisions for his gain. Let's see. I know, right, Alexis? This is crazy. Discipline, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So again, I feel like this is a long term goal that he's accomplished, um, even in just a human accomplishment. But again, I feel like a lot of work that he's put in to be able to elevate. And I didn't even realize that I just made that motherfucking connection. I was talking about the small dude that's looked like a 3-year old, and I said body swappers, and then here I am talking about him possibly not being who he is, and that would be a body swap, a soul swap, you know. Anyway, let's see what else. But all in all, this was definitely a personal goal, and I feel like some type of spiritual and contractual goal as well. What's back here? Relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. And I feel like, yeah, he's always been able to take advantage of opportunities. And I'm not saying in necessarily a malicious way, but I'm just saying he's just always was there. He was always cool with everybody. He was always neutral, unbiased, playing the middle, you know. Let's see. Let's see. Let me go get this other deck. Give me a second. We're gonna just go over it one more time and see anything else that come up. I think I used this one. I hope y'all can hear me okay. Find time to ask when I'm almost done. But somebody has said that my videos, I guess when I'm like this, or at least using this tablet, that the audio is kind of bad. I don't like that. I'm gonna ignore that. But yeah, I went ahead and blocked that person. It's just rude. And I'm also hearing walks between worlds. Yeah, and as I see this box here on this card, and it is this hallway looks like that could be on the other side of there looks different. Then there's a mirror here with the water. This is hmm, very sly and cunning energy again. Sly, very sly. I know, right, Alexis? Exactly. It's very scary. Hello, how are you? I understand what you were saying. I feel like this is gonna have like a really huge influence on young people. And again, with this, I'm gonna ask about that. That's what I forgot to ask about the clothing line. If anything come out with that. Um, so yeah, let's just look at the clothing line now real quick and then we'll get up out of here. Get all this stuff up first. Okay, so why put so much emphasis on some alleged clothing line? Why did that stick out? What is this about? Clothing line for Death Row Records. Clothing line. What is this about? For Death Row Records. Why is that sticking out? Why is that sticking out? I don't know. It just feels ritualistic. Um, it came up here with the tower. I feel like it's some type of heavy energy or demon over this clothing line. Let's see what else we get here. Allegedly and shit. It's one of mental warfare. Hmm, I'm getting a lot of lack energy here. Yeah, mental, very mental. The moon and the eight of swords, and also duality again. I feel like it's maybe multiple energies. Hmm. And here we go on the moon. Two dog-like, jackal-like, wolf-like energies here under the moon. Mental, very mental. All swords here. Page of Swords, King of Swords, Ace of Swords is like the communication. I feel like again, beef. Maybe they again reinventing or bringing back that East Coast West Coast type of thing. I remember I keep getting that East Coast West Coast in so many of my world readings, and that showed up in different aspects. You know, whether it's country wise, whether it's state or city or whatever, it just keeps coming up with that. And it is kind of bringing up this dream that I had like some months back, random dream, that these folks, I'm just gonna say it felt like game bangers. It looked like game bangers. They all had like, I believe it was blue, and they all were running in people's houses. Like they literally was just going in people's houses and like killing them. That's what the dream was. It wasn't super more detailed than that. It was just random, creepy. Is very clear. So I don't know if that'll be of any relevance in pertaining to this, but that just reminded me of that type of energy. I feel like just so much freaking chaos and running rampant, protest, everything. And this is like LA energy. I feel like this could be anywhere. This could be in multiple places, but I feel like LA again. This like East Coast, West Coast type of energy. But again, this is like very heavy energy with the mind, with your thoughts. And again, yeah, recreating the past again. You go to Six of Cups with the Chariot. And here we go, Temperance with the Justice, more scales, back and forth. That's another scale. And it's tipped more in somebody's favor. Um, which direction is this? Which direction would this be if the Pinnacle is down on the Two of Pentacles? I don't know. Y'all figure it out. But either way, I feel like it's going to be versus energy. Versus. All right, let's clarify this with the oracles. Then let's go. I keep seeing some type of pregnancy, but again, like I said, rebirth plenty of times. I said rebirth plenty of times. Um, Give me Grim Reaper energy. Grim Reaper, man. But again, just reiterating level up, level up. It's also showing me a child that passed away, maybe. So it looks like. Moving on. Yeah, moving on from one level, super high level recognition and everything, King of Pentacles, with moving on to another like level evolution of that character that he's playing. So last one for foundation. Choose wisely. Yeah. The doors. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. I'm pretty much just getting reiteration of what I said. So I hope that y'all enjoyed this. Got leave your comments and your thoughts. Um, yeah. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. That's what I got. Rihanna, ASAP. Okay. Okay. Let me put these up and then you mean in general or right now? Yeah. Yeah. I will definitely do that. Even as I'm thinking about it, it's making me feel like they're recreating as well. I think I'm gonna make this a series, just like celebrities and their archetypes. Like, who are they emulating? What are they branded after? What energy are they recreating? So, Alexis, you was asking about it now or at some point? Why am I stuttering like this? What the fuck am I tapping to? You said, some of the gloves are talking. I don't know. But I appreciate y'all who took the time out to come and listen. If you listen at a later time, please do like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have any ideas of topics that okay, Alexis, gotcha. I'll do that next in the next day or two. If you guys have anything else y'all want me to look into, feel free to comment that and we'll look at that as well. Okay, yeah, Alexis, I got you. So I hope y'all enjoyed this and I appreciate y'all. What's today? Sunday? Yeah, I'll be back either tonight or tomorrow with one of these readings. See how motivated and enthusiastic I am about it. I was just like, wow. So I don't know if y'all found it as interesting as I did with the connections, but that was like, well, pretty interesting. And again, it's no judgment on him or anything like that. It's just what I seen and what it is. You too. Later, y'all.